I'm here to talk about the EAA and the EANZ. So we provide support and education for eczema sufferers and carers, along with the wider community and in all aspects of eczema and its impacts. We're a non-profit organisation, incorporated bodies, registered charities in Australia and New Zealand, and we have public benevolent status, a medical advisory board, and we have international links. So every year we run 2 awareness campaigns. The one in May, Eczema Awareness Month, and the one in September is World Atopic Eczema Day. The EAA and the EANZ, we're proud members of the dermatology patient organisation Global Skin, and it's an incredible organisation. The EAA and the EANZ are also supported by multiple different companies, both in Australia and New Zealand, and some overseas as well. We also produce and distribute our Care for You eczema brochures, posters, and patient information sheets as well. So there's heaps of information in those. And we're the only dedicated magazine for eczema sufferers in Australia and New Zealand. This is absolutely jam-packed full of incredible tips and amazing things that you can do in the home to help manage your eczema. We offer our members many tips on our social media channels to help manage their condition, support for carers, and lots of information. So head there if you need some answers. So approximately 1 in 3 babies develop eczema between the ages of 2 and 6 months. So it's quite a common thing for infants and parents to have to deal with. And eczema is the most common inflammatory skin condition in adults and children, more so now than it's ever been before. So adults can develop eczema despite the misconception that it is a childhood disease. Some adults have eczema that continues from childhood, while others will experience it for the first time in adulthood. Many can experience several years of remission, only to have the eczema reappear in adult years, having been triggered by maybe a change in circumstances or a stressful situation. There is unfortunately no cure for eczema, but it can be well controlled. Managing eczema to prevent flares is a constant battle for sufferers and their carers, and can have a major impact on daily life. It's very often misunderstood and can have a significant physical and emotional toll on sufferers and their carers' quality of life. Treatment information can be conflicting and variable, and often specialists, GPs and things like that can struggle to find a lot of really good quality information to give their patients. So eczema can be challenging to the emotional well-being. Anxiety and stress are common triggers that cause the eczema to flare up. Vicious cycle begins when the skin condition ignites scratching and inflames the condition further and then causes more stress. It can impact the sufferer's family and friends. It's like a ripple effect. And 33% of caregivers report spending 11 hours per week or more on eczema management. It's quite a big thing. The eczema's true burden is often hidden from view. It's profound and wide-ranging and long-lasting. Caregivers are impacted to almost the same degree as the loved ones they care for, and as well as the children. Even sufferers who have their eczema under control can have issues with self-esteem. Seeking support from a mental health expert can help relieve short-term stress to better your mental health long-term. If you are experiencing symptoms of depression or anxiety, it's always best to reach out for support. Take the first step by going to see your GP and asking for any help that you might need. So I'm Vanessa Jenkins. I'm the EANZ rep. I also care for my husband, Reese, who's had eczema for over 35 years. I have been helping Reese with his cares for, I think, probably just over 14 years, thereabouts. And I really understand the impact of what that's like for families, for carers, and also for the patient themselves. So I'd like to give you guys a few tips on the things that I've learnt over my years in discovering this condition and all the things that come with it. So as a carer, really, really important, look after yourself. You spend so much time looking after everybody else. It's really important to maintain that balance and look after yourself as well, because if we fall apart, everything else does as well. Depression, it not only affects the eczema sufferer, but it can affect the carer as well. Even when things are really, really difficult, it's so important to communicate. And if necessary, seek outside help. If you're worried about the person you're looking after or yourself, the best option is to go and find somebody who can support you. So keep your own mental health really positive. And this can be really hard to do sometimes. Doing things like going for a walk, reading for pleasure, and getting enough sleep are absolutely vital to maintain that balance. So do your homework. Research is an incredible tool. If there's something that you're not sure about, don't waste time trying to figure it out for yourself. There are people who have done the research already. Reach out to your local support agencies and organisations. They'll be able to help you with that information. You won't be wasting a whole lot of your time, and you'll be able to get possibly more information around what you're looking for. So doctors often don't seem to be able to put the whole picture together, all the different components that come with having eczema and caring for someone with eczema. If the eczema sufferer needs a surgery, for example, there's often medication changes that need to happen around that. So being aware of the medications that the eczema sufferer is taking, what things need to be dropped, what things need to be included, and things like that. It can be really, really helpful to have more of a bigger picture than often just the GPs, what they see you sitting in front of you. So be aware of the medications. That's a really big thing. It's important to understand what medications your patient is taking, where there could be an overlap, or sometimes some medications don't like being mixed together. So just be aware of that, and often if there is some sort of side effect or something like that, you can be more in control and manage that. So let us support you too. The EAA and the EANZ jam-packed full of information around things that you can do at home, things that you can do out in the world to manage eczema. We have a phone service, so you can ring, leave a message, and we get back to you. Otherwise, head to our website. There's tons of information on there on how to cope, different tools and strategies and things that you can use to make life easier for you guys. So just remember to be kind to yourself and to everybody else. And yeah, thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so